So here's the first word problem that we've got going on. A rancher has 1,000 feet of fencing to enclose a rectangular pig pen. However, one side of the river, I'm sorry, that should say fencing. One side of the fence lies along the river and requires no fencing. Express the area of the pen A as a function of the length of the pen L. So if we think about it here, if we draw ourselves a little picture, here's the river, and we are putting on three sides. So I've got the length, the width, the width. I don't need two lengths because this guy is on the river. So what I need to do is I need to find some way to relate all these values using only A's and L's. Well, I know that the area is length times width. That is one of those basic formulas we ought to know from a long time ago. And what's more, I know that we only have 1,000 feet of fencing. So in other words, the width plus the length plus the width again, width plus length, must equal 1,000 feet. Or in other words, twice the width plus the length equals 1,000. Now what I want to do is, if you'll notice that the only problem here is that I don't want there to be a W in here. So what I want to do is I want to take this guy and solve it for W. So I'm going to subtract L from both sides. So I'm going to say that twice the width is equal to 1,000 minus the length, and I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So the width is equal to the 1,000 feet minus the length divided by 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this version of L, and I'm going to, or I'm sorry, of W, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to substitute it in here, because my goal is to find the area, and here's my area. So what I'm going to get is I'm going to get that the area is the length times the width, or 1,000 minus L over 2. You could certainly make that look prettier, but this is quite alright with me if that's the way you want to leave it.